Hey guys, welcome back to the house where we talk news, celebrities, and hot topics. Listen, we got to go ahead and talk about Whoopi Goldberg. She was suspended from The View for 2 weeks for basically getting up there on a white people platform. And she uttered the words, the Holocaust was not about race. Sis, wrong road. Okay, wrong road, sis. The president of ABC News came out and said, effective immediately, I am suspending Whoopi Goldberg for 2 weeks for her wrong and hurtful comments. While Whoopi has apologized, I've asked her to take the time to reflect and learn about the impact of her comments. So, just to give you guys a little context to the situation, I'm sure a lot of y'all know, but I'm gonna just add my, 2 cents into here. They were having a conversation, the ladies of The View were having a conversation about how there's this trend going on in a lot of school districts where they are deciding to ban certain books about tragic moments in history regarding things like slavery and Jim Crow era and the Holocaust and things like that because it makes some children feel uncomfortable, right? An innocent, conversation, a healthy conversation about what's happening in America today. And somehow, some way, I think they were talking about the book called Mouse, which I've never read, but I'm assuming is like an allegory for the Holocaust, if I'm not mistaken. Let me go ahead and look it up. Mouse, spelled M-A-U-S, like house, because y'all know my name is House. It's like the German version of it. Mouse is a nonfiction graphic narrative book by American cartoonist Art Spiegelman. Sterilized from 1980 to 1991, it depicts Spiegelman interviewing his father about his experience as a Polish Jew and Holocaust survivor. Okay, yeah. I never read the book before. That wasn't a part of my curriculum in school. We learned about the Holocaust, but I just never was educated about this particular novel. But with that being said, that was one of the books that they were bringing up to spearhead this conversation. And somehow, some way, race got involved. They started talking. The, conversation got elevated and passionate. And Whoopi said, you know what? I'm not really understanding this anyways because the Holocaust has nothing to do with race. Okay, she said the Holocaust is not about race. And y'all, the women went silent. Okay, the women went silent and they were all like, Now, y'all, the true tea is I could have sworn that under her breath, Miss Sunny Hostin said, no. Basically, like kind of in agreement, like, no, it wasn't about race. And then she said, well, it could be about ethnicity, right? And here's the thing. This is a very sticky and complex conversation, and I don't have all of the answers. I'm ignorant to a lot of things. I don't know the extensive history of, about the philosophies and the ideologies of, the Holocaust and the people in that time period in Europe and things of that nature. However, I believe Whoopi was talking about race from an American standpoint because a lot of people view race as black and white. A lot of people view race as skin color, especially living in today's time in our climate in this country. We always think of race as black people, white people, and that's kind of it, right? And so, like a lot of other Americans and Black Americans, that's how we view race and racial tensions and things like that. And so I totally understand what Whoopi was talking about because I think in her head, she's thinking, well, the Holocaust was mainly, centered around white people killing white people, right? Same skin tone, same skin color. And so I understand why she said what she said, but what she still said was wrong, in my opinion. And I know a lot of people, I know a lot of us is not gonna like what I gotta say, but I don't really have that much of an issue with ABC News deciding to suspend Whoopi because at the end of the day, that was a very huge statement about a very serious event in history. And people were probably offended. People probably took it as inflammatory. I took it as ignorance, but some people took it as inflammatory, and I have to understand that, right? It's not for me to compare my experience and my knowledge of what racism is as far as black and white and mix that into what the hell they got going on or had going on in Germany and Europe during the Holocaust. I'm not finna do that because I'm not educated enough. I don't know enough, and that's just not my lane, right? Um, but I think she kind of stepped outside of her lane because if you study Hitler, then you would know that he was interested in having this, version of a pure race. Then you would know that he considered Jews to be, an inferior race. Right? And then, just going back to the very word race, what is race? Is race skin color? Okay, because I did Google it, right? Let's see if I can go back. Where's Google? The definition of a race of people, a category of humankind that shares certain distinctive physical traits. Okay, and then they give the definition of ethnicity. The term ethnicities is more broadly defined as large groups of people classed according to common racial, national, tribal, religious, linguistic, or cultural origin. And, a lot of people view Judaism, hopefully I'm saying that right, Judaism. A lot of people view that as just a religion, but there is also an ethnic lineage attached to that religion. And some people would even say that Jews do have a distinctive physical trait. Not all white people are Jews, and not all Jews are white people, right? Does that make sense? Hopefully I'm making sense. And so I think, I say that it's a complex situation because not everybody is going to view race the same way clearly. But in my humble opinion, I wouldn't have gone on national television and said that, the Holocaust is not about race. So I don't know. It's a very complex situation. It's a complex topic. I was even afraid to come on here and talk about it because, like I said, I don't know everything. However, I do know that as Whoopi Goldberg, if I was in her shoes, I would not have said that. I understand why she said that, but I think she was going too far out. And it went to a place where you can't take it back. And now she's been reprimanded. And I know a lot of people don't understand it. I know a lot of people are confused. A lot of people agree with Whoopi Goldberg. They're upset at ABC News for suspending the lady. Some people even said that this is cancel culture, which I don't think that this is cancel culture. This is called consequence culture. You cannot say and do things working for a company and not expect any sort of consequence. That's just called life. When you do something as a child and your parents put you on punishment, that's not your parents canceling you. That's called a consequence, right? So I don't think that this is Whoopi Goldberg being canceled or anything like that. But I do believe that she made a very broad statement, and it's something that I would never go on anybody's platform to even talk about, right? So I don't know. Y'all got to let me know how y'all feel about the situation in the comments down below. Do you agree with ABC News? Did you agree with Whoopi? I don't agree with Whoopi. I'm going to just go ahead and say that right now. But the only reason why I'm not going to tear Whoopi all the way down to the ground on this little TV show, because I did understand her mindset. And I don't think it came from a place of malice. It came from a place of, ignorance and semantics, right? So, yeah, y'all got to let me know how y'all feel. I'm going to go ahead and log off. I love you guys. And don't forget to create a great day.